This will be interesting, getting the opinion of a Rebel 500 owner on how the 1100 DCT rides. You want to just go full blown and take my manual one for a spin too? We both just met this guy and we trust him so much.
Perfect.
Welcome back to Life of Birch. This is Birch, and we got a really cool one for you today that I figured would make more sense if I explain it looking back. So I'm actually headed out of Annapolis, and I was just meeting up with one of my subscribers who has a Rebel 500 but wants to get a Rebel 1100. He was going to get one from a local dealer, but that dealer actually had a bike that was damaged, and my buddy was going to buy it. I went to look at it, and it was allegedly a brand new bike, but it was super jacked up. So I told him not to do that and said that he could come check out my bike instead. I headed downtown to meet up with him, and it just so happened that my buddy Amir was down there, who is the one that almost bought the damaged bike also. Instead, he got an automatic red model, whereas mine is the black manual model. So it just so happened that when I went to meet up with this guy, he got to see my black manual model and Amir's red DCT model, and then it ended up turning out that we both let him take ours for a spin. So he rode there on his Rebel 500 and got to take two different Rebel 1100s for a spin, and we kind of talked about the differences and all that kind of good stuff. So should be really cool for you guys who are thinking about doing the same, trading in your 500 for an 1100. Hopefully you guys get a lot out of it. Leave a comment and let me know what your favorite part was. But for now, I'm headed to get some tacos while you guys check out the video. Enjoy.
End of flashback.
I was headed downtown to meet up with a subscriber who wants to see my Rebel 1100, but somebody just waved at me, and I think it was Amir down here with his Rebel 1100, so let's go see if it is. It is Amir. What's up? I gotta head over there. I'm meeting some kid I've never met before because he wants to see my 1100. So I had a picture of my Rebel on Instagram, and he commented, and he's like, "Hey, how do you like it? I'm going to check one out at Honda of Crofton tomorrow." And I was like, "Don't do it. Don't do it." So I sent him pictures, and he was like, "Damn." Yeah. And so I was like, "I'll meet up with you if you want to take a look at mine. Don't go to Crofton." Like, huh? You want me to come with you? Over there? Yeah, you can. He can check out both colors in the same place. Yeah, he rides a Rebel 500 already, so I think that's what he's going to be here on. Cool. I'll see you soon. What's up? I'm Birch. Nice to meet you. What is it, Will? Yeah. That's what I thought it was. I'm like, I didn't see his name anywhere, but your profile said like where there's a will, there's a way or something like that. I'm like, I assume it's actually gonna work out perfect for you. He's on the way somewhere. One of my subscribers who became my friend, he has the red automatic version, and he was literally sitting over there. Oh, cool. He's like, yeah, I'll come over.
Do you know what the curb weight of this is?
So
this is like right under 5.
So yours is like considerably under 5. This, I forget the exact weights. What the heck? The paint is chipping down here already. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. I'm gonna have to have them look at that. I just noticed that. So this weighs 485.
Okay.
I want to say yours is like, I want to say it's only like a 60 pound or 80 pound difference, whatever it is. Yeah. Oh, there's Amir. Talk about like a good like comparison. I hope I'm recording. It's recording. Okay, good. So this is like the best comparison because it's literally the gloss black 500 that has the LEDs and everything like that, and then my black 1100, and then Amir's 1100 manual, automatic, black, red, gang.
Yeah, man. I'm thinking of I'm thinking of upgrading just because like I'm a bigger dude, tall, and like obviously I should probably just lose some weight. who wouldn't want
but buying an 1100 is easier than losing weight, you know. Yeah. So this is the guy who was gonna get the 1100 from Crofton, and like they were giving him the runaround. They were like, yeah, so like it got damaged in transport, and every time he asked like, all right, what's wrong with it? They're like, don't worry about it, it's been fixed. So he was like, do you want to come with me? Because like I don't really feel comfortable. So I went and I looked at it, and I'm like, dude, this thing is trashed. Yeah, and like
crazy.
I went up to the guy, I was like, so what was wrong and like what still needs to be fixed? He's like, everything's fixed. I'm like, no, it's not. It's still all jacked up. He was like, show me. So I showed him, and he's like, so what, you want your deposit back? I'm like, bro, you really just don't care. And it had obviously been left out in the rain. Like it had rust on it and like just dirty everywhere. Mud caked on the tires, but they still had like a sign taped to it like sold like as if like they were happy presenting it that way. At one point I was like, yeah, so like, are y'all gonna fix the stuff that's still wrong with it, or are you just still gonna sell it like that? He's like, we're gonna sell it like that. Like, somebody's gonna buy it. You can't find him anywhere.
That's crazy.
I'm like, are you serious, dude? I never noticed it with the new ones. It actually has a flat black frame with the gloss black. That's interesting.
I actually like the gloss frame.
Yeah, and it's interesting too because like this bike is black, but it actually looks more like a charcoal gray. Like, especially next to like your actual gloss black. You could throw a leg over it if you want to see how it feels.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks. Looks like it's got a much bigger tank too.
Yeah, once you sit on it, you can feel like how much wider it is.
That's what she said.
Oh yeah.
And like it's heavier, but it doesn't feel a lot heavier. Like,
I feel like the riding position is almost a little bit, maybe it's just because it's a little taller.
yeah, so the bars sit up a little bit higher. I feel like they're a little bit wider too, so you have like more control over it.
Yeah, this is nice. Seeing it and definitely sitting on it, it feels a lot more comfortable for me. I like that red a lot, man.
Isn't it? And this is actually the first time I've seen it in the sun, dude. It looks crazy. I wonder if the GoPro can pick it up. All the pearl flake in there. I'm jealous. But yeah, man, I'd say if you have the money for it, it's so worth it. Like, just based off the fact that like I've already done so much on this bike that I could not do on that bike. Like, I took a trip to Ellicott City. I would not want to do that on my 500 ever. Like, going on, I don't even remember what roads those are, but like the highways where it's like 65 miles per hour. The 500 will do it, but like, given the fact that I had ridden like sport touring bikes and stuff like that just have so much power, like it just felt so much more sketchy on that. Whereas this, like, I could take that freaking anywhere, you know what I mean? Like, this in 6th gear, you could be cruising on the highway in 6th gear, open it up and it'll pass people like it's nothing.
That's exactly what I needed to hear, because I've got a good 100 pounds on you.
Yeah.
And if you feel the same way I feel about this,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something worth considering.
Nah, man, like with this, you honestly don't even need to downshift, and it'll pass cars better than this will if you go to 4th gear. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, if you don't mind. Hell yeah. Let's cruise right around here.
Famous last words. He loves it so much, he's back in an hour.
I feel like you might be part of the Honda sales team.
Eventually, Honda is going to sponsor me in some way, shape, or form. So this will be interesting, getting the opinion of a Rebel 500 owner on how the 1100 DCT rides.
A few moments later.
What'd you think?
Make it harder?
No, you made it actually very easy. You made the decision very easy.
You want to just go full blown and take my manual one for a spin too?
I mean, sure. This is my first time riding an automatic bike, so I didn't
used
really
to drive an
I
automatic
didn't really
bike.
know what to expect. I don't know that I don't love it, but I also would need to ride it more.
That's what she said.
In terms of 1100 to 500, oh my god, I didn't even get it in 3rd gear, but I can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Oh my goodness.
You want to give mine a whirl?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Go for it. All right.
That sounds good.
Yeah. It's loud.
So this is in standard mode?
It's in standard just like his was, yeah. Treat her right. Just letting a stranger ride my bike. We both just met this guy and we trust him so much.
More moments later.
There he is. He didn't crash my bike. Thank God. Shaking his head. He's sold. Well, what's the verdict?
It's just all around way better.
Isn't it?
Way better.
Dude, and it might be like the smallest thing that makes me happy, but you know how with the 500 you have to unscrew the things to get the seat off? So this, you literally push it in, turn it,
No way.
and it has storage under here. Has a little thing right here where you can plug in a USB to charge your phone.
Man, that's so convenient.
Isn't it?
Thank you.
Right. Thanks for making me spend an extra $6,000. Like, hey, this ended up working out better than if you went to Crofton though, because A, our bikes aren't beaten up, and B, you got to try the automatic and the manual.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
Isn't it crazy? Like it's similar, but it's a whole different beast.
So yeah, the riding position is different enough to make you feel like you're on a different bike, but as soon as you get going, it's still very familiar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels very similar. It's just, it has what this one's lacking.
Yeah.
That's really the easiest way to put it.
100%. Plus, you got to think you were just riding it in standard mode. Wait till you put it in sport mode, man. And like on twisties, like because it has a skinnier front tire, it literally you barely like put any input and it just dips into the turns.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And it's so well balanced too. For being a bike with that much larger of an engine, it really doesn't feel much different, honestly.
Right. He's sold.
If I could go over there and buy one right now, I would. I wasn't expecting to feel this strongly about it afterwards.
Right. We should take our bikes over there and take a picture in front of the water.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah. We're like starting a rebel biker gang. This is gonna look sick. Alright guys, GoPro battery's dying, so we're going to cut this one short. Shout out to Will for coming out and riding both of the Rebel 1100s. Pretty sure you're sold, right? You're getting an 1100?
Completely sold.
Starting the Annapolis/Maryland Rebel gang out here. Shout out to Amir for letting a stranger ride his bike and inspiring me to let him do the same. Anyways guys, hopefully you like that. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and maybe you'll get a chance to ride one of our bikes also. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.